Thank you all. The first, I know Jennifer said a prayer, but I want to thank God right now for a minute and say, I want to thank you, God, for allowing everyone to get here safely and allowing this rally to happen despite the hurdles and setbacks we all had. I asked the Lord to continue to protect the greatest president and vice president this country's ever seen. And bring us all closer together in God we trust. Well, I'm humbled to be chosen as the honorary chairman of the Minnesota Trump campaign. And I promise you I'm not going to just sit back and talk about the title. As most of you know, I was a former crack cocaine addict and I didn't know anything about politics. I know now how politics are so important in the quality of our daily lives. When God set me free of my addictions years ago, I looked around me and I saw so many of my friends and people unemployed. I saw a president giving money to evil empires. There was a thing called ISIS. People were losing their houses. I already lost mine. But it was like coming out of a culture coma into a nightmare. I couldn't believe what our state and country had become and the direction it was going. Then in the summer of 2016, Donald Trump reached out to me and asked me if I would meet him at Trump Tower in New York City. I met him in a private meeting on August 15, 2016. When I walked into his office, the first thing he said to me was, "Mike, you always wear your cross on TV. Are you a Christian?" I said, "Yes, Mr. Trump, and this is a divine appointment." And we talked about my pillow being made in the USA. He was telling me about the jobs he wanted to bring back, like my pillow, the manufacturing jobs. He talked about the inner cities. He talked about all the things he wanted to do. And I told him I was a former crack addict and and he said he was so passionate about stopping the drugs pouring into our country and helping addicts. And he talked about this economy that he had, and we just talked businessman to businessman. And I walked out of his office, and I was so excited. I said, "This guy's going to be the greatest president in history." And I couldn't wait to get back here to Minnesota and tell everybody about that meeting. Against my board's advice, I did a press release to let the media in Minnesota know that I had a meeting with President-elect Donald Trump. I expected to be bombarded with requests to hear the story about why he wanted to meet me and what we talked about, but the calls never came. The media not only blackballed me, but they also emailed and tweeted and told me I was evil, that I was racist, and other terrible things. I was completely blindsided by this and felt very angry and hurt. I said, "What did I do? What is this?" I didn't even know. They didn't even know what we had talked about in that meeting. And this was my defining moment where I could either retreat and remain silent, or I could go all in and know that there'd be no turning back. Well, when I believe in something with all my heart, I do go all in. And I went all in for Donald Trump. I've never wavered or backed down to any of the attacks. And for businessmen out there, people ask me all the time, "Mike, did going all in for the president hurt your business?" The answer is always the same. Absolutely not. The best day at my pillow is right now, today. And I want to tell you all, we all voted Donald Trump in on faith, hope, and promises in 2016. But now we have proof of concept. I read a list of his accomplishments yesterday, and it's as long as some of the books I've read. Our president has delivered on his promises, and this has produced the best economy, the best consumer confidence, the lowest unemployment, wages going up. I see entrepreneurs like myself that are taking chances now with no fear. They can always go back to great paying jobs, and they're out there starting businesses. And there's other great things coming to Minnesota from this administration. There's 128 opportunity zones that have been approved that's going to help 500,000 people here in Minnesota. But this reminds me of a very disturbing thing right here in Minneapolis. Minneapolis is ranked the worst city for African Americans in the country. This saddens me, as this is not the Minnesota I grew up in. President Trump's opportunity zones are going to give us hope. And also, I was there when our president signed the opiate bill, and it aligns with my own recovery network that's going to help millions of addicts and employ tens of thousands of people across the country. But I'm proud to say that it's going to launch right here in Minnesota first. Now here's where you all come in, okay? Because the media will never talk about the great things happening here in Minnesota, and for that matter, the country, the president needs our help. And each and every one of us needs to go all in. We have a historical window of time here in Minnesota. We have to get the real news to everyone and show them. We need to show them the great things that have been done and the great things to come and how it affects our lives for the better. I want you all to go to this website, promiseskept.com, and it lists the accomplishments of this administration. And you can show your Democrat friends and neighbors the truth. We need them. We need them all to come on board. And you all need to, when you get out of here, you need to talk. You need to have those talking points with your neighbors and your friends and say, you guys, look around you. This is how this stuff happened. The greatest administration in history. And we are in the biggest revival in history, and we need to do our part for our president to win Minnesota. And remember this. Everyone loves our president. Some just don't know it yet. Woo! God bless you all, and God bless Minnesota, and God bless our president and vice president.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Donald J. Trump for President Campaign Manager Brad Parscale.
Is that how Minnesota welcomes somebody? Now, I thought Minnesota was excited to flip this state red for 2020. I got to hear that. All right, don't make me look bad. My boss gets here and he goes, I thought they wanted to win for us. So you got to be loud, very loud. So come on, 4 more years. Come on, let's hear it. 4 more years. Now, I got to say something. I've been to a lot of rallies. That was one heck of a national anthem. I got to say, that was Minnesota. I also have to say, you got one heck of a mayor here. I woke up that day and I was like, does this guy really think Donald Trump is going to give up? He has no idea what he just walked into. It was like Hillary's deplorables all over again. He didn't think you guys should hear Trump. He knows better for you. He's all righteous, right? You guys have no idea, how to make this country great, right? He's the expert, right? So you can't even hear us. He's taking away your First Amendment rights. What do you guys think about that? I was upset for you, and I'm not even from Minnesota. I was like, man, that's a bad mayor. So you guys got to all show up and vote him out next time. Just for fun, I want to be over in Florida going, that guy was really dumb. So I'm out actually this time, before we do a little bit of housekeeping. We're actually announcing something for the first time here, and I'll tell you why. This is a great state with a people that understand how to work hard and get the American dream, right? This is a hard-working state, right? So today, we are announcing our newest coalition, Workers for Trump, right here. And these are the new hats. You see them right here. Now let's really confuse the fake news media over there. How many of you are union workers? That's a lot of people. They say you're not supposed to be here. Look at the police union back there. I love this t-shirt. And you see the strategic placement, right? I love that t-shirt. I think we broke your website, right, when the president retweeted it? It happens. So, President Trump, as you know, has fighting for the American worker since the day he took office. It's one of the most important things for him. He wanted to make America first again. He wanted to bring jobs. Remember what Obama said, it takes a magic wand. What's Trump have? Well, obviously my boss has a magic wand. He's created over 6 million jobs since taking office. They said that couldn't be done. Lowest unemployment rate in decades. Now think about that, how low. They couldn't do that either. Lowest Hispanic and black unemployment rate in history. And what they said the most is 1 million manufacturing, construction, and energy sector jobs brought back. And in Minnesota alone in the last year, 94,000 mining, logging, and construction jobs have been added, which is a 4.5% increase in 1 year. Now, I also want to call out for a couple of people that are on our advisory board that are Minnesotans. Adam Morse from Duluth. Where are you at? Where's he at? All right, I can't find you. There's 20,000 people right there. There you go, Adam. He's a steel worker and a veteran of the United States Navy. Let's give him a big hand for that. Actually, let's give a big hand. All of our veterans stand up real quick. Who we got in the crowd? Come on, let's give a big hand for all our veterans. It's the reason why our country's great. And Adam, is it true you've been a fan since he came down the escalator? Yes, right down the ride, right? So, thank you for that, Adam. We also have Paul Jackson from Eden Prairie. Where's Paul? Paul? Can we find him? Where's Waldo? There we go. He's a pilot and a captain for Southwest Airlines and the former president of Southwest Airlines Pilot Association. So thank you very much again for being on our advisory board. It takes people like you fighting every day for us on TV and against the fake news media. Now a little homework for everybody. How many have signed up to be volunteers and have signed up for our text program? Really? Now how many want to? Okay. Now the number one way you can do that is pull out your phone while you're here and text workers to 88022. You're going to see it on the signs. You're going to see it places. It'll be around. Text workers to 88022. I know it sounds like a weird phone number. We made it as short as possible. So you guys got to do that. And when you do that, you're going to be able to get in our text messaging system, and you can go to our website and sign up. Go to donaldjtrump.com, click on volunteer, get involved. It takes people like you. One of the biggest facts people don't know is if you sign up to be a neighborhood team leader, did you know that your neighborhood has a 15% increase in voter turnout for the president. Just you contributing to your neighborhood will increase. You bring a couple people can change Minnesota red in 2020. And lastly, because I have to sell something up here, go to shopdonaldj.com and you can buy these new workers hats, because Minnesota should be filled with these hats, because this is a state with a people that understand what work is all about and should understand the mission of Donald Trump, which is to make America great again, right? Lastly, you guys better get really loud. I don't know, right now I'm kind of like, I don't know, did I make a mistake coming to Minnesota? Are you guys excited? All right. Just for the record, I don't like my boss being mad at me. If you guys can imagine that. I don't ever want to point and say you're fired. My mission in life is that to never happen, okay? So be loud, have fun. He's going to be here in a little while. You know, you have a good hour or so, so we're going to play some music. And the president is on the way, and he will come back. He's going to take a few photos. He's going to come out here, and he's going to show you how we're going to keep America great in 2020. So thank you, Minnesota, and I'm excited. Thank you very much. And make sure you're loud, okay? 4 more years.
And we're back here at the RSBN studio in Auburn. Trump campaign manager Brad Parscale wrapping up. Back to Bailey.
Trump's 2020 campaign manager Brad Parscale. It was awesome to hear from him. He talked a little bit about, he announced a new coalition called Workers for Trump. And he was, throwing out hats for that. And it looks like he still is as well. He talked a lot about how Minnesota is a hardworking state. They're pouring a lot of resources and tools into this state to make sure it turns red for 2020. He also mentioned that President Trump is fighting for American workers. He's putting America first again. And despite the left's rhetoric, a magic wand is not needed to bring all these manufacturing jobs back to the state. He touted the lowest unemployment records across all minority groups. Also, he touted the 1 million manufacturing and energy sector jobs that have been added since President Trump took office. He thanked our nation's veterans, and he also encouraged everyone to text workers to 8802. He also mentioned, he said, shopdonaldjtrump.com to explore all the merchandise there. So again, I just want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. In case you're just joining us, my name is Bailey Hill with Right Side Broadcasting, and we are here live in Minneapolis, Minnesota for the next Keep America Great rally. We have been watching for hours people pour in. There's thousands and thousands of people in this arena. The energy is awesome. We heard from a few speakers. That was also great. So a lot going on today, and we're excited to keep it going. The president is about an hour and a half, give or take, from speaking. He should be arriving here shortly. We're not exactly sure when. I do want to give a huge shout out to our partners for this rally. They're called Disme Coins. Again, that's DISME coins.com if you want to check them out. They are an American company, so they make these coins. Essentially, they're a token of history. So this one is the Trump-Pence Promises Made, Promises Kept coin. So this is a beautiful bronze coin that truly commemorates history. So if you're interested in checking those out, go check out their website at dismecoins.com. Again, that's dismecoins.com. I have another keychain here to show you. This is the Trump train coin. So it says 45th president, and it has the Trump train. Getting a little tongue-tied here. But yes, so those are some awesome products that they have. Check them out. They try to come out with 2 coins each and every month. So be sure to check them out. They're awesome partners. We're really excited to be partnering with them. Also, I want to thank you guys for donating. So I'm going to pull up that YouTube super chat right now to see what's going on. It looks like, wow, 13,000 people is what my phone's showing up. You guys are awesome. Let's see. Okay, we have a $50 donation from David Lear. Thank you so much, David. I really can't tell you guys enough how much these donations mean. In case you're new to Right Side and just checking us out, we essentially follow the president to all of his campaign rallies, but we do that because we're mostly viewer funded. That being said, we rely on your support. So without your support, we can't keep going to these rallies. We've been doing it back in the early campaign days and plan to keep doing so. Now we're really excited. Today is a big day because we got our YouTube streaming back. So we're really excited about that. We're really grateful to YouTube for making that happen. Let's see. If you guys have any questions for us, like the logistics of how this day has gone or anything else you want to know, be sure to shout that out and keep donating. I'll keep reading them out and we'll shout you out on air. So I'm going to transition over here as well. Max.
What's up? No, we're together on this
Yes,
one.
yes.
Yeah. I'm just gonna make sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure I don't fall off the risers again. As much as.
Awfully close.
Yeah, I know, but at least I have this behind me right here. It's just the height thing too. We don't have all the room in the world over here, guys. Believe it or not. Yeah, that does scare me a little bit. I want to get a clip of that maybe, of like me kind of falling back.
Oh, gosh. It's been a long day. Great day, but long day.
It has been. We're very happy to be here, though, guys. Like, seriously, like, we would say it's been a long day. It's been a long, eventful day. Lots been going on. It's been awesome. I love this city. I love this state. So it's been a good time. So thank you guys so much for supporting us so that we can be here.
Oh, yeah, mention that. I forgot the code.
If at Disney Coins, code RSBN at checkout, you get 5% off. That's RSBN, all caps. Code at checkout at Disney Coins. 5% off. David Gardner, $35. Don't eat the babies. It's a good idea. Wait, did you not hear about that? You heard about that. Okay, you're good. You give me a face like you didn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I totally know what he's talking about.
Wait, do you not know what he's talking about?
I do.
Okay. All right. These are our side conversations we have on air, as I did just push the riser behind me. So I'm going to scoot up a little bit. Yeah. So believe it or not, I actually get a raise for each time I put myself on the line in danger on these rallies. That's why I keep stepping right on the edge.
Wait, I want to put myself on the line.
All right. All right, what we got?
Nothing yet. Keep the donations.
Yes, that'd be fantastic. All right. Are you looking for something specific, or do you want me to start reading? All right, I'm going to start reading because I don't know what she's looking for in her notes. My notes are much better and much more organized than hers are. So, I'm better. Anyway, so Brad Parscale hit on a lot of what we talked about a little bit earlier and hit on a little bit of what I'm going to talk about now. This state needs to be flipped red. This state should be flipped red. It's a very blue-collar state, very salt-of-the-earth kind of people, middle-class family. The average income is actually about $53,000. So this is a worker state, a state that President Trump usually fares very well in. However, barely missed those 10 electoral votes in 2016 to a margin of 44,000 votes to Hillary Clinton. So this isn't as deep of